Many people like to choose a word of the year to go into the new year with intention. Some words like courage or adventure. And today in Getting Crafty, we are taking a look at some visual reminders that we can make. Amy Latta is back with us right now, and she is going to join us. The first project is a word of the year bracelet, and I love this. We were kind of talking about our words of the year. Walk me through some of the supplies that are needed for this.
Sure. So there's lots of ways that you can make a bracelet. You can use alphabet beads, all kinds of things. But today we're going to be doing metal stamping, which is a really fun hobby, and it's great for stress relief because you get to hit things with a hammer. So the first supply that you need is actually a hammer. You're also going to need a steel block, and the reason for that is you need a solid hard base underneath, and it protects your table. Then you're going to need whatever blank you're stamping on. So we're going to be making a bracelet. So we're going to have a bracelet blank, but you can also, we're going to talk later about necklaces, bracelets. So you need your hammer, your block, your blank, and your stamps. So these come in all different kinds of fonts. I'm using a capital uppercase just print alphabet, but they come in all different kinds of styles.
I love this. Okay, so walk us through the steps. We have all of our supplies. Now what?
Okay, so the first thing is you're going to tape it down onto the block so that it doesn't move while you're stamping it. Then you're going to start with the center letter of your word so that you know that you're getting your word in the right position. My word was joy, and I already stamped my center O and my J just for time, but I'm going to take my Y, and all you do is you position the stamp where you want it, take the hammer, and we're going to give it one good solid hit, and that's going to give us an impression. So you can see it says the word joy. It's stamped into that blank.
Instant gratification. I love that.
Exactly, and it just feels so good. And then we want to make that stand out a little bit. It gives it what we call an oxidized look, where if you think about metal stamped jewelry and things that you've seen, it's a little bit darker in the stamped part. So we're just going to take a Sharpie, a permanent marker. We're going to color in the part that we stamped and then rub the extra off the surface. And what that'll do is the part that we stamped will be a little bit darker than everything else and make it easier to read.
Yeah, it's adorable. I love it. And you were saying that you could do this as a gift, and you could also do this on other pieces of jewelry.
Absolutely. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just bending this into the shape of a bracelet using a bracelet bending tool, which is really easy. You can also use bracelet bending pliers if you would prefer to use that instead. But that just makes your little cuff, and it's so easy to put on and wear. And then it's right there on your wrist. But yes, Amanda, you can do it on all different kinds of things. For men, you could put it on a keychain, or you can see some examples here. I have it on bracelets, and I have it on necklaces. So you could do this with any word. You can do your initials. You can see my kids' names are on mine, and love you to the moon, love you more, all those kinds of things. You mentioned having a mantra band. So if you want to put a phrase that means something to you, metal stamping is great because you can personalize completely what your jewelry says.
Well, and I love this because sometimes, you know, I have a very basic name, Amanda, but like on keychains and stuff growing up, my sister had a really hard time because she's Christina with a K, finding things that started like that. So now you can make your own, and I have to think that you would save money over time.
Oh, definitely. The supplies are a little bit of an investment, but you can really make inexpensive jewelry that's great quality and, like you said, totally personal. Like my kids call my mom Gima, and it's impossible to find Gima stuff. It's always grandma. So again, you can just personalize it any way you want.
Yeah, I love that. And all these different design ways, the necklaces, the bracelets, all really good ideas. Amy, thank you so much.
Of course.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with more Good Day PA.